And we welcome you in here to another Blue and Gold Breakdown. We're inside the St. Vincent Center, a historic day here as Kelly Krauskopf hired as Assistant General Manager. There are so many aspects and avenues I want to go into this with you. But first of all, congratulations. This is a fantastic day for you and the organization, really the whole NBA.
Appreciate it. I'm excited about the opportunity. It's a great chapter, next chapter for me in my career, and really excited to get started.
You just got to meet the team. We're introduced with Kevin Pritchard. What was that like?
Familiar yet unfamiliar.
Yeah.
Whenever you step into the huddle and you're with the team. I mean, it's a whole new beginning. I've just really admired the character of this group and the kinds of people that they are, and so really excited to get started and be part of the process of helping this move the franchise along and get to work.
I want to get to your background in a moment. I think so many people know it, but I want to ask about this. You've been such a pioneer for women and what they can do in basketball and in sports and in the professional realm. Have you had a chance to think back on the significance of what this day is and what it means not only for you, but maybe other people who look up to you?
Not yet. I think that'll probably come a little bit later. First when we started talking about the job, the opportunity. I was really just thinking about the job, just thinking about the whole opportunity to get to work with Kevin Pritchard and Chad and Peter and Donnie and everybody that's been here. Everything that's been has been established, and so I hadn't thought about any significant piece of being a female in this business, because when I think about the work, when we would swap stories and share stories, it was always, we were the same. It was like, you guys are doing the same thing we're doing.
Right.
But I do understand, the impact of what young women can see, because I do think that's important. I think it's important for women to see, I see somebody doing this, so now maybe this is a chance for me. Whereas they had never seen that before. So I understand that, and I'm honored to be in that role. You
built the Fever franchise into a champion. You've been so heavily involved with them for 19 years. I'm curious what that perspective has brought into this. And Kevin talked about it a little bit a moment ago, having those conversations with you as you guys would bounce ideas off each other.
Well, first and foremost, when you're building basketball teams or you're building teams of people, it's so similar. I mean, all the things that we worry about, they were worrying about, so everything from, for me, hiring coaches, hiring support staff, talking to agents, talking to players. I mean, it's all the same. How are we preparing? Do we have the right culture in place? What are we thinking about as a team? I mean, when you're all in, your head's down, that's all you're thinking about, is how you're going to win the next game, or is so-and-so sick, and are they going to be okay? As we started talking about what was happening in all the years for me being in that, building that on the Fever side and having the trust of the organization, of Herb Simon and, Rick, to say, hey, do what you need to do. It's going well. I think, that has really helped me because I had great support as well.
Can you take us through kind of the hierarchy and how the day-to-day roles might work within you and Kevin and Chad and Peter and everybody in the front office?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily, this finite hierarchy in terms of, I think everybody's going to be weighing in. Obviously, right. Kevin is the boss. He's the final decision maker. But we're all going to be weighing in on, whether it's, roster moves or draft or player evaluation. I mean, I still have a lot to learn. I mean, I haven't been in the NBA world every day, so I don't know every player in the league. I don't know. That will be my onboarding process. I'll be involved in weighing in on those decisions, as well as some of the operational side, some of the processes on whether it's with Karen and player development or some other areas. So we're fleshing through. We went through 40 different ideas of different areas that Kevin wanted my input on and wanted help on. I mean, Chad and Peter are tremendous, and I'm going to learn a lot from them as well.
One thing that's been interesting is we've talked to you on the Fever side with Kevin in the front office on the Pacers side, is the word culture comes up a lot. How much is that aspect of what you built and kind of your foundation with the Fever, how much does that make this transition fit pretty well?
I mean, it's everything,
Yeah.
because, that's really what great organizations are built on: strong culture and strong identity of that. And so I think that's really a big piece of success. And it's something I love. I think that's the best part about it, is when you have, everybody's in alignment on terms of, what you see as the end goal and how you're going to get there. I used to give the same speech of my operating principles that Tamika could almost repeat it, at the beginning of training camp every day, because it was like, first and foremost is we do things the right way.
Yeah.
There's no shortcuts. And I really believe that, because I think if you do that, you achieve great things. It happens. It will occur. So that's an important piece, and it was what we clicked on right away.
What's your perspective here on the Pacers as you join? They're 20-10 as we currently have this conversation, and clearly seem to have a nice core built, and you've been able to watch it being around this building for so long, but now you're going to take obviously a more hands-on role.
Well, I mean, what a tremendous roster these guys have already put together. And again, when you're building around great people, they're with a lot of talent, good young talent as well. And there seems to be this feel, at least from the outside, looking in, now I'll be on the inside, of this unspoken, creed, if you will, of like, this is the way we are going to do it. This is the way we have to do it. And it's paying dividends. And I think that's, everybody knows they have to do their part. So the talent level that's been assembled when the second unit comes in or somebody gets hurt is paying off. You can see it. And I think if I'm a new player coming to the Indiana Pacers and you want to be a part of that kind of culture, where everybody matters, and it's really true. I think that's how you can do great things. And I'm just happy to be a part of that.
As you know so well, Kevin has so many difficult decisions to make. It must be nice to hear him say that maybe the easiest one he's had to was bringing you on board.
Well, we'll hopefully, yeah. I mean, look, it's a tough business, because we deal in people.
Yeah.
And we deal in people, we deal in talent, and that's the hardest part about sports. And you're trying to put together the best collection you can to have success, for our city, for our state, for this organization, and for the players. I mean, my biggest joy through my years with the Fever was when I would see players realize that they were better than they thought they were. Mm-hmm. When they achieved really great things, and they never knew it, but we knew it. We knew that they could do it. And I sort of feel that way. I feel like this group is like, for the Pacers, is like, they're right there. They're maybe even beyond right there. Mm-hmm. But when you start seeing players sort of go above and beyond where, people tell them they are, and I've seen it firsthand. And, I think there's many teams that I had with the Fever that people would say we overachieved, but I saw it every day. I was like, no, this is who they are. This is who they are. And that's the fun part of being a part of building a team and building that, so that everybody in that locker room knows what you have. It's just people on the outside don't know it.
Well, quite a significant day here for the city, the state, the NBA, of course, the franchise, Pacers Sports Entertainment, and you, Kelly Krauskopf. Congratulations.
Thank you.